Hello. So it's been a while. I'm gonna grab a drink. Yeah, it's been a while. I need to remember where the camera is. But yeah, hi. I might do an update video at some point, but I thought just to ease me in, I'll just go with a nice simple TBR. So it's been a long time since I've said a TBR, but I've put one together for March. I need to find my notes because I'll forget why I chose them. Here they are. I've got Ready for Celine and also my TBR here. So it's nice and simple. I say simple, that's a lot of books I've got in front of me right now actually, ready for it. I think I'm just going to be waffling a lot, I'm not going to lie. That seems to be the theme right now. But yeah, I wasn't doing well mentally, sort of thing, like, or physically to be honest, last year. Like, it was so rough, the ending of last year. So I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. But let's see if I can get back into it because I'm doing so much better now. Like, so much better. You can read about it on my blog if you want to hear, or as I say, I might do a video at some point. I don't know. It's been a while. Like, maybe I won't just sit here rambling because I ramble enough. But it's all in my blog. So yeah, so I have set a TBR, which has been a long time, even when I was doing all this, to be honest. Like, I know I did some, but I don't think I finished any of them. Like, I will not lie, I don't think I finished any of them. So it has actually been a long time since I set a TBR and stuck to it. So this, I guess, will be a little bit of an experiment. I've got some stuff that I've sort of carried over, in a way. I didn't start them, so it's really carrying over, but it's things I intended to do last month. And then also just some stuff for other things that I'm participating in over March. So first up is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I intended to read this January and February as part of the Literary Society. I will get there with my pronunciations, like, honestly. I can't even say simple words nowadays, apparently. But yeah, I meant to do it for the Literary Society that Celine runs. It was January and February. I can't remember what March, April's is, or if that's even the division. A Year in Austen is the challenge that, well, is it a challenge? It's the theme for this year. Let's just go with that. And I have read all of them but Emma before, but it has actually been a while, and I do love a bit of Austen, and I never really annotate books, so I'm hoping to go through and annotate for the first time. It's going to be a train wreck, but at least I'm familiar with most of them. This is one I actually, for some reason, can never remember, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes and see whether anything actually finally sticks, because yeah, my memory and books is apparently appalling. Years ago I remember being like, oh yeah, I don't reread books because I remember everything. And then I started rereading books. Turns out I remember nothing. But yeah, so Sense and Sensibility. There was a little joke on one of the Bollocks Book Club reads, which was January's, of quick reads. When would I pick up the next one because I'm so terrible with series. But for that one, I chose Lore Olympus Volume 1. So I'm hoping to read Volume 2. I hoped to do it last month, but didn't. So let's see whether I actually pick it up or whether the incapability of picking up the next in a series continues. But I really enjoyed the first one. It's sort of darker than a lot of retellings tend to be. They're like closer to what I imagine the myths to be based on my knowledge of them, because I don't know a lot, but they are like depraved, essentially. Like, they are not nice people, these gods, and that really shows. Definitely pay attention to the trigger warnings. If you want to hear more of my thoughts, my jumbled thoughts, I will say, because I feel like it did not go very well. I was very anxious on that stream. Do check out the Total Bollocks. I've got a playlist with both of them in for the book club. We've done 2 so far. But that was January that I read the first one. And then also on Total Bollocks, for this month, yes, it is March now when I'm filming this. I'm filming this on the 1st. We'll see when it goes up. I'm going to read Pandora's Jar for our prompt, which is Down with the Patriarchy. I had to think about it then. I couldn't remember the wording. I just remember it was feminist. So really looking forward to this. I think it's more of a non-fiction, and it looks at women in Greek mythology and like how they're portrayed. So very excited about this one. I know Hannah is excited that I'm reading it because it's one of the ones she was going to recommend. She's also hosting this month's live on the final Sunday of March. Almost forgot what month we're in. If you want to catch up with all of us and what reads we picked. Then I want to get to, sorry, rearranging the books a bit, Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, just because I've been meaning to pick it up since it released. When did it release? It's been a little while, I think. So finally, hopefully, will read that, because I did enjoy Ninth House. Not as much as I was hoping to, but I did enjoy it, so I am excited to see where it goes. So yes, we'll see. We'll see what happens, whether I actually get around to it. I'm feeling, holding these books, I know they're all hardbacks, but like, maybe I'm taking too much on with how much I've been reading, especially it's been mostly audiobooks. Maybe I'll see if I can get the audiobooks of some of these instead. And then I want to take part in the Fantasy Fellowship's challenge that they have for March, which is Mythology March. Might actually be the name. I keep wanting to call it Mythology Madness, but I think it's Mythology March. There were 3 prompts, not that I can remember them, and I'm using my phone to film, so yeah, that's going well. I'm pretty sure the gist of one of them, I will put a bit on the bottom of the... Let's go with some text at the bottom, but the gist of one of them was to read a book about a female character from myth or like a historical figure who's not Greek. So I'm going to read Shield Maiden, which I had as part of the GSFF Goldsboro book subscription. Was it last month or month before? I couldn't tell you, but I had it as part of that. I've only just unboxed it today, even though it's sat there a while. I'm so bad at this. I have been sorting out my books though. I unhauled 71. I have started trying to make a video of that. Did film not all of it because apparently I turned off record at some point or just didn't hit the button. Don't know which, we'll find out. But I'm looking forward to this. It's part of Beowulf, but I can't remember who she is. Was she a niece? It's her uncle, Beowulf. I couldn't remember what the relation was, whether it was like daughter or... But yeah, no, it follows Beowulf's niece, so excited about that. I do like going into books not knowing anything, which I think I mentioned before, so it does mean that I won't have a lot to talk about these books and why I'm reading them. It's more, I feel the vibe. Can't remember the prompt, but I'm also picking up Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. So I'm reading 2 by Haynes this month. This is one that I pre-ordered, got a fancy like independent bookshop edition, I think it was, last year, and just still haven't read it in true Hannah fashion. So hopefully I will get to this, and that is a Medusa retelling. I really enjoyed The Thousand Ships by her last year, so I've got high expectations, like very high expectations. But yeah, so I am very happy that I've got 2 Natalie Haynes this year, but I'm also, this month even, but I'm also kind of like, maybe I'm burning through them. We'll see how it goes. I might pick up something else. And then the other one is from Broken Binding. I will get there. I keep calling it Goldsboro. It's taken several attempts, and I'm going to read Godkiller, which I also can't remember what the prompt was. I will put it on the screen. I'm so terrible at this. I do not prepare enough. But I thought it's now or never. I won't film unless I start. But I'm hoping to read Godkiller. I heard good things. I love the cover. Like, it's so pretty. And the Broken Bindings edition's just lovely. I don't know how much it differs, but there's... There we go. I finally managed to get it open because it had one of the pages. It's just gorgeous. Like, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to read it. I remember being hyped for it. Can't remember what it was about because I think I got hyped for it last year. Don't know when it released. January. It was January's book. Or it published in January. I think it wasn't actually part of the subscription. I think it was just one you could get. Just living for mythology. I have enjoyed that. I have also been living for horror. But I seem to have gone way back to fantasy this month, so let's see how that all goes. And then the last book that I have, I don't own physically, but I've got on my Kindle, and that is Can't Spell Treason Without T. This is for the Book Wanderers. I did have to double check what it was because I keep forgetting everything. This is for Book Wanderers. Celine's just launched the seasonal readathon for spring, which is books and lattes, which to be honest I'm obsessed with. Like, oh, it's gonna give me all the cozy vibes that I want. Like, I'm so excited. But this is like one of the buddy reads that she's chosen, and I'm just really here for it. Like, I need it. It's like a little mystery, I think, but cozy. So very excited for this one. But again, I like going in knowing not a lot, so I don't know much about it. I just know I'm excited for the vibe that I'm hoping it's going to give me, which I'm hoping is similar to Legends and Lattes, I will not lie. But yeah, so that is my March TBR, at least how it is right now. It will probably change. I will probably change books because I'm terrible for sticking for a TBR, but we'll see how far I get without changing. I'm also going to an author event on Monday, so that might end up on my TBR as well. I'm going to go, it's not really watch, is it? I'm going to go see Catherine May, which I kept getting confused with thinking it was in May, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm going to go see Catherine May about her new book, Enchantment. So I think that's a non-fiction sort of memoir-y type thing. I'm falling in love with. My phone went off. Oh, I need to focus. But I'm going to go see a author event with Catherine May about her new book, Enchantment. So I'm looking forward to that because I read Wintering last month as an audio and really enjoyed it. And it was all about like her experience with like facing an illness and over winter and then coming to appreciate the season and like resetting a bit. And I feel like Enchantment, from what I'm aware of it, is going to be a similar kind of vibe and just finding some anxiety relief and living a little bit more seasonally sort of thing, like just falling in love with the world again, which I've really been trying to do last year semi-successfully, mostly because I kept forgetting to, but it's something that I'm interested in doing because I don't know what happens to the year or anything. Like I really want to appreciate the seasons more and just life. That sounded really dark, but I don't really like that. But you know what I mean? Like I miss the whole vibe that you tend to get in fantasy books of like all the seasonality and sense of community and being one with nature sort of thing. I just don't have anything like that in my life sort of thing, besides the community of like Bookstagram and everything, but like it's less the community side and more the being present in the moment side that I want to sort of embrace. So it sounds like this is to do with that kind of feel, so looking forward to that. I'm going to stop waffling now. Let me know what you're reading in March and if you've read any of these books, because some of them have been out a while now. I'm never one to pick one up straight away. I've just had 2 copies of A Day of Fallen Night appear today. Somehow I've managed to order 2. How, I don't know. I keep doing this. But I absolutely adored Priory the Orange Tree, but how long it's going to take me to pick up that one, I don't know at all. Definitely feel like it's another one I'm going to end up like dropping on my face at some point and really hurt again, because I did that with Priory. Anyway, again, I'm waffling, I'm going to go. So yes, I hope you're well. Sorry it's been a while. Feel free to like and subscribe. I really do feel like saying that, but you know, it's part of the whole YouTube stick, isn't it, really? But will be hosting some... I've hosted one of the... I just punched the books a bit. I will be hosting another Total Bollocks Live at some point this year, if you're interested in that. It's definitely been a good time so far. I'm really enjoying it. So feel free to subscribe, even if it's just to keep an eye out for that. I can't remember what my other month is. I just did February, which was middle grades, and I love that. My middle grade that I read was my favourite book of the year, so go check that out. I know it's only March, but it's my favourite book so far, and I am so in love with it and can't wait for more. Go check out the video. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.